All right, man. It's Lamar Jackson, the NFL MVP. Let's speak on it. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video, and a lot of things is talked about Lamar numbers. You got guys who got better numbers, right? Um, but you know they ain't played nobody. I don't know the strength of schedule, but I know Baltimore. Um, I know Baltimore has played a lot of tough teams. I think Philadelphia has beaten four teams with 9+ wins this season. So I mean that's always, you know, that's always, important or whatever. But Lamar don't have MVP type numbers, but he got MVP type results. He the best player on the best team with the less help. And you hear people say, well, Lamar don't have, the number one receiver or the the number one back. You know what I'm saying? But people say his number one weapon is that he has the defense. But hey, Brock Purdy got a defense. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Dak Prescott got the defense, one of the best, got a defense. You know what I'm saying? Even the Miami Dolphins defense then stepped it up. If you want to talk about Tyreek, now I don't have no issue with Tyreek Hill being the MVP. You see how important he is to Tua and them. I had no issue with Christian McCaffrey being the MVP. I was the one that was saying that I was the person going around saying that Christian McCaffrey was the real deal, and people thought he was gonna flop like Toby Gerhardt. I was going around saying that, Christian McCaffrey was the guy. A lot of people saying, "Oh, because he white, this, that, and the third." I'm like, he can play. So, I don't have no problem with that. But the issue with like people may have with McCaffrey and Tyreek is they not quarterbacks, and I don't think it should be a quarterback award. Maybe they should go around and say it should be, do a quarterback award, who the best quarterback. But I think also the issue that they might have with them is, they also playing with other good players, with other help offensively. Tua, Jalen Waddle, Morstead. I mean, should be in the MVP conversation. 20+ touchdowns. What's the other kid's name? Uh, 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 Akon, whatever his name is, the other back. So, and then when you start talking about McCaffrey, True Williams, Debo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk. So, but I think McCaffrey is the straw that stirs the milk in San Francisco. But then again, you can't do it without quarterback play. You can't get in that MVP conversation without wins. And quarterback offensively touches the ball every time, every time. So we can continue to speak on whatever it may be, and Lamar may not have the sexiest numbers. You had Richard Sherman making the case that Josh Allen's the most important guy because look at his numbers. Look here, you put Lamar on Buffalo. Buffalo probably got the same record as Baltimore, damn near, if not the same. So I mean, he can say what he wants to say, from that standpoint. You know, uh, um, yeah, he can say what he wants to say from that standpoint. So, um, but Lamar is Baltimore. Now, the MVP race ain't over. You got to go to Miami, and I think that might be the showdown right there. I think Miami coming to Baltimore. That might be the showdown right there. He got 19 touchdowns thrown, 7 interceptions, 357 yards, 3,357 yards rushing. Um, let's see. He stayed healthy this year too. So rushing so far. Rushing, he had we can get there. So rushing, he only 25 too. Rushing, he had 786 yards. So he very may well finish with over 1,000 yards rushing with 2 games to go. So, so he very may well, but hey, people talk about other people's numbers. I mean, Brock Purdy is putting up amazing numbers, but I think he lost it the other night. 29 touchdown, 4,000 yards. I mean, he playing with the best possible, and then 4 of them receptions came the other night. So that was a wild thing about it. Tyreek doing this thing, McCaffrey doing this thing. I have no issue with McCaffrey, Tyreek getting it. But once you start talking about Dak Prescott, everybody go by the numbers, but look at when the chips on the table, he don't get it done. And they had a weak ass schedule too. When the chips on the table versus Buffalo, versus Buffalo, and versus the Miami Dolphins, he didn't get it done. When the chips on the table, this is why you can't exclusively look at numbers. When the chips on the table, versus good teams, Lamar find a way to get it done. He finds a way to get it done. When the chips on the table for Dak, whatever it may be, the Dallas Cowboys consistently have a very piss poor schedule. And that's just what it is. When the chips on the table with Dak Prescott, he don't get it done. I don't even know why Josh Allen in this conversation. He got a lot of hollow numbers, 15 interceptions. Come on, man. Good quarterback, but the problem is with him, the problem is with him is that the offensive coordinator wanted, Ken Dorsey, before he got fired, wanted to put everything on his shoulders. And you can't do that with no quarterback, especially when they're young like that. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that they start doing is utilizing their running backs. That's going to make him a way better quarterback. If I know you're going to drop back 35, 40 times a game, come on. You're going to turn the ball over. You're going to have fumbles. You know what I'm saying? If I'm your leading rusher most weeks, and then also in addition to that, I'm throwing the ball 35, 40 times a week, he ain't going to last. He wasn't going to last like that. I think with this Joe Brady that came from LSU and Carolina, I think with him, how he running the football, I think it's just to the point now where Josh Allen be MVP next year. They play the way they play now. Him not getting the ball to Stephon Diggs, I think they phasing him out. They gonna trade him, even though they dropping his trade value. They should be trying to get him the football as much as possible. But yeah, they not trying to get him the football. They phasing him out. They knew he wasn't gonna act right, unfortunately. But to me, right now, and it's still a little bit premature, I like Lamar Jackson as MVP. I know the numbers ain't sexy, but it's not a numbers award. I know the numbers ain't sexy, but in my humble opinion, what do you mean for his team in the victory? What do you mean to that team as the best player? Winning football games and all that type stuff, man. I think it's hard to measure. It's hard to measure it. It's real hard to measure that. So, but that's up to them to figure it out. But he the MVP right now for me. I don't care about them numbers and all that, man. He beating good football teams. And if he can get past Miami with a good game, at the crib, then I think you got to crown him. So, hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. But yeah, let me know who you think the MVP is. I have no issue if it's McCaffrey. I have no issue if you got Tyreek. I think them the only additional two. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Peace.